ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Today we are doing another Toxikk video. We are on patch number 5, build V0.82. We're still on the Basil build. Two apologies I should get out of the way right quick. Number one, sorry about the audio quality. My dumbass forgot when bringing my PC back over here to bring my decent microphone, so I'm stuck with Turtle Beaches again, but hopefully this will get the point across and not be too grainy. Number two, I'm a little bit late on this video because, well, I didn't have my PC here, so this isn't such a huge patch anyway, but I thought I'd bring in some of my insight on what they've added, seeing as how a lot of these features have been community requested. As you can see, they added some new hit marker and hit marker sound type stuff, reworked some audio. Man, that was fucking skillful. Here's just some bot footage showing off some of the new stuff. You can probably hear the little click click going on. And but like I said, this isn't such a huge patch. I think there's a total of like 2 fixes and 4 or 5 little changes. Nothing. I don't think they're going to add any new maps until like the 0.85 build, which should be coming around in the next 2 to 3 weeks from what they said. But this you know, it polishes up the game, and I swear I don't know if it's just been where I've been out of it for a little bit, but this game looks better graphically to me or something. Here I am changing around the sound effects for the hit markers. I'll go over them again quickly, but you should be able to hear it here. Yeah, the little when you there it is. It sounds like you're hitting a bongo. I've found them to be very useful, though. I feel like I'm playing better now that I know when I'm actually hitting the sons of bitches, and so I'm very happy they included the hit marker sounds. Unfortunately, you can't do anything too ridiculous like the TF2 ting 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 sound, but I would have loved that. But yeah, I'll show off all of that, and they've added a couple other really cool things like a weapons priority menu, and did a little bit of weapon tweaking and balancing stuff, like weapon switch times have gone down. There is one thing I'm going to go ahead and tell you that if you've been listening very carefully, you've already heard it. This right here. If you, I'm going to go ahead and tell you I hate this new assault rifle sound, but we'll get to that momentarily. Here I'm going to be showing you the new hit marker stuff, and well, actually first I'm going to show you that they reset the goddamn crosshairs once again. Every patch they delete your crosshairs, so go back and do that. But here I'm going to let you listen to the hit marker, so I'm going to shut up for a second. And yeah, that's pretty much all of them. To be completely honest, I'm not thrilled with any of the sounds. Like 4 or 5 around those tones, like I can tell when I hit them. But honestly, I would have preferred just the tick tick sound that like Call of Duty has, which I hate even making that comparison. But the sideways cross works well for the hit marker symbol. But it's different. I'm not used to hearing that sound. So here's the weapon priority menu. So you can basically switch what guns you would rather have when you press like the R key, or if you have auto switch turned on. If, say, like me, I have the Falcon above the or I have like the Cerberus above the Falcon, and I'll automatically switch to the Cerberus if I pick that up. So that's a nice little feature people have been asking for, and I'm glad they put it in because it is something that's pretty cool. I wouldn't use it a whole lot because of I have manual switch on, but for R, when you press R, it's nice. Here's the new sound they added to Violator. They said, let's make it more acoustic. I'm sorry, this is not acoustic. This is a fucking minigun, if anything, and it doesn't fit the characteristic of the weapon. I'm not happy at all with the change. I would have preferred they just gone back to the old one. They reworked the Ravager, or whatever the fuck it's called. That's what it is called, right? Yeah, it is. They changed the lighting on it, and it looks a shit ton better. But as I'm showing you here, it still doesn't work as they advertise it. They're still working on that because of the, you know, the whole debacle with their one of their employees being in the hospital. The Banshee received one little difference. Apparently, they took out the right click that made it to where you could quickly descend to the ground. It's fucking pro driving here. which you could easily get a splatter kill on. So that's back in, doesn't change a whole lot. Cerberus rocket times have increased, like it takes like 20% longer for them to travel, but it does take less time to travel over for lock-ons. Here's the new Hellraiser sound. Pretty damn epic, if I do say so myself, and I'm quite happy with the reworked version of that. And they've said they've considered the Hellraiser final audio overhaul, final, everything of that sort. So I'm happy with it. I don't think that needs any more work myself. Here I'm just going to be showing you some pre-patch gameplay from. Oh man, I didn't mean to get that in. But some pre-patch gameplay, so you won't be seeing the hit markers or anything like that. And I just had it sitting around, and I figured I might as well show off some of the matches I did somewhat well. Some of these have bots in them, but these are all online. The few games I could find online. So overall, I'm fairly pleased with this patch. It does add some very nice things that improve the basic functionality of the game. Weapons priorities is great for people who do use the auto switch function, because not everyone would rather have a Cerberus out than say the shotgun, because I know I would. So I may actually go back to using the auto switch function because of that. The hit marker thing is a nice addition. I hope they add more sound bites, because I'm not crazy about any of them. Most of the sounds, from what I can tell though, you can hear them over the other in-game audio. So if that's your only concern, they did a good job of that, but I hope you can add in more sounds, and even allow for the ability to put in custom sound bites. That would be very nice too. I think even Valve games like Team Fortress 2 does that as well, so if they could add that, that'd be nice. The Violator, in addition to being audio reworked, it has undergone some balancing. Apparently the primary fire was increased by 10%, and the damage per projectile was decreased from 23 to 20, so now it'll take a full 5 rounds to actually kill somebody. It's really, I can't tell a difference. I mean, you needed 5 full rounds for someone who was at full health anyway, so I'm fine with it. And but I'm going to be completely honest, I've never really bitched too hard about something that Reactor's done, but I'm going to say this: you fucked up with the sound file. It sounds awful, and from what I can tell, most of the people agree. I mean, here I'm using the original OG sound, and I understand they're trying to differentiate it more from the sound file from the plasma weapons, but it doesn't work. Switch it back to something else, I don't know, make it sound like a battle rifle from Halo or something. I don't care, but it does not work. Change it, please. I love the new Hellraiser audio, though. It sounds very alien. It's cool. So and it does mesh more with what the Stingray sounds like. It sounds more like a plasma-based weapon, so I'm happy with that. Kudos for that. Cerberus rocket changes. I have not been able to tell too much a difference in actually playing the game. And I haven't played any of Cell Capture since the patch either, so I mean, I wouldn't be able to really tell too much. So as far as, I'm pretty neutral to the update, although it does still seem like the Cerberus is a pretty inconsistent weapon for me, but that just could be player error, who knows. There's some new wall dodge mechanic. I don't completely understand it. Apparently the Z velocity, your Z velocity gets reset every time you successfully wall dodge. So basically it just allows you to move quicker. It's a navigation thing, so if you can successfully use it, you're better off, and for those who don't, probably like me, you probably won't notice the difference. You may notice people who are already good absolutely pushing your shit in more, but we'll see. And the weapon switches times have been gone down by about 15%, so you'll be able to switch more quickly between the weapons you've picked up, which is, for this kind of shooter, I think is kind of needed. And lastly, they fixed the Banshee fast descend option, and as well as putting some updates on the Ravager, although like I said, the Ravager melee weapon is not done yet. It still doesn't do the repair option, as I showed against the Rhino. It just fucks it up more. There's no alternate thing, but the texture does look a lot better. The lighting, it actually looks like an industrial weapon. It looked very muddy and just unrefined before, and it actually does sound like a pretty cool assault weapon. So you can get some pretty good kills pretty easily if you're up close, and so I think it's pretty usable as a melee weapon, but I can't wait to see it have like a, you know, the kind of the mechanics wrench type aspect to it. So that's pretty cool. But overall, I am pleased with this patch. It took quite a while. I think 22 days for the, it was, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I think it was like the 7th of March when the last patch came out. This wasn't a huge content drop or anything, but I'm happy with the little things they did put in, because we're up to 4 maps at this point, or not 4. We are up to 3 maps at this point. And we will be up to 4, and I think once it's up to 4, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, English words are hard. Once we are up to 4 maps, I think this will be an extremely playable game, and I hope to see the community grow more. The servers have been, they seem to be better than they were before, even though it was after like 3 or 4 days after the last patches dropped. There's still been quite a few active servers on, which wasn't the case even last time when they added a new map. So I'm hoping this will start to, you know, gain momentum and start making players trickle in more and more. And we're approaching launch date. You know, according to them, it'll be about mid-May from when the game actually fully launches. So I'm happy with where they're going, and I can't wait to see maps and whatnot. But please change that assault rifle soundbite. It sounds awful. But that's pretty much all I got, so thanks for watching, and leave a like for more. And once again, sorry for getting this out a little later than I'd like to, and apologies for the, I'm sure this audio doesn't sound great, at least my voice doesn't, but hopefully I'll run it through one of my studio programs and try to EQ it a little bit, and hopefully it won't sound too grainy or anything. So yeah, we'll see you back at another patch, or maybe some more gameplay or something like that.